What's up, everybody? I hope everyone's doing absolutely fantastic out there. It's your boy Ace with Carolina Cutlery and Gear, wishing y'all a happy Halloween. I'm shooting this not on Halloween, but Halloween's right around the corner. So I have a treat and not a trick. But anyways, y'all, in this video, we're gonna be going over the Kershaw Launch 8. And if that is something you are into, stick around for the rest of the video, y'all. Let's go. So y'all, thanks for tuning back in. Ace with Carolina Cutlery and Gear. And before I go any further, which, I'm trying to get these videos with some structure here. Knife of the day that I'm carrying, it actually is this Kershaw Launch 8. When I get off the clock, I throw this right up in the pocket. So not the Raptor, but it's either this or the Raptor at the moment. Of course, I love that Raptor. As y'all know, it's a fantastic knife. I hate to be boring, but I do really dig it. So buy one of those knives. So y'all, Kershaw Launch 8, and let me just tell y'all, it launches out, just fires just so beautifully. It's got a, the button rather is right there, and it sits real flush against this handle. So this thing fires just beautifully. There's that button again, as you can just see right there. It just barely sticks out. Man, and let me tell y'all, when I have to fold that back in, that spring in there is fantastic. I mean, look at that action. It launches out. And I actually have another launch that I'm gonna show, so for some comparison in length and all that. This is a real pokey blade right here. Just really, really, really pokey. Has that, obviously, the stiletto look to it, that classic stiletto. And actually, let me pull up one of my stilettos. So here we go. Got an old school stiletto right here. This is a super duper old auto that I have had probably for 20 years. That iconic stiletto switchblade look right there, that's notorious in old school films and all that stuff. But there you go. This is what they're trying to get at, just more tactical, more modified. So that's your reference point with the old school switchblade. Y'all, this knife right here has got that carbon fiber inlay, once again, all gray on this knife. I believe it only comes in one pattern or style or color of blade, and that's the gray with the carbon fiber that we're seeing right here. Once again, the action on this is ridiculously snappy. I mean, it's so quick. And I've owned a lot of autos. This thing fires just so great. CPM 145 on the steel, made in USA here, non-deep carry pocket clip. And you know how much I hate knives that don't have a deep carry pocket clip. This is one that I don't have a problem with it whatsoever. It just sticks in there beautifully in my pocket. Yeah, it protrudes out just a little bit, but I need that to kind of, to get it out of my pocket, because this knife is very, very thin. Extremely thin knife. Not extremely thin, but definitely a slim profile on this knife here. Very, very pokey once again. This is an extremely pokey knife. It's basically like it's a Texas toothpick or a ice pick type, it's pokey. So you know what I mean? It's cactus pokey. Fires beautifully out. I bought this when I went to go visit my mom, and I was gonna look for, like some type of Gerber knife at Walmart, or a $30 Kershaw or a SOG at Lowe's or Home Depot. But of course I had to give in, and there was a local knife shop in town, and they were having a deal on Kershaws all the way up to the autos. This came to only $100 out the store, like 99 bucks, 98 or $100, something like that. Who cares? But it never went over 100. But just like, great deal. This is a fantastic knife. It is sharp. It's not slicey, but it is sharp. I mean, you can make it slicey. Like if you're having use this part of the blade by cutting whatever off. I opened up a whole bunch of boxes, standard cutting duct tape, all types of things. But anyways, circle back to my point. I was trying to buy a knife while I was visiting my mom, because I didn't have any of my gear with me, because I can't fly with knives. So I wound up buying this beautiful Kershaw Launch 8, and I'm really hesitant to buy Kershaw products because there's another knife, and I'm not going to spoil alert, that I'm going to do a video on that I absolutely hate, and it made me not even want to mess with Kershaw anymore because the knife was a pain in the ass. So more on that later, and I will absolutely do a knife on it. I'm trying to, get a hold of Kershaw, but they're just such a large company, you can never really talk to a real human being anymore. Anyways, y'all, once again, Kershaw Launch 8 non-deep carry pocket clip, and it is reversible. So you have that, if you're a lefty or whatever, wherever you want to carry this knife, you can switch it up there with the pocket clip. Fires y'all, this thing has so much kick on it. And it's that fidget factor. I love it. Matter of fact, when I'm deploying this knife though, pull it out of the pocket and fire it up, it has so much kick that this part of the knife, it'll just rock back into your finger. You'll kind of feel that, of course, because this part of the handle it's just a little sharp. Not too sharp, but just a little bit here. But you need to hold on to this knife or it'll fly right out your hands. It being a small handle knife as well, you're going to really need to hold on to that knife when you're engaging it, because this thing flies out. But anyways, y'all, I want to show some other autos that I have too, and we'll do side by side so you can see 3 or 4 of them compared to this knife. It's really not that big, but it is, okay? So this is one of those off-the-clock type knives. You're not carrying it in the office. But, y'all, they do make a mini version to this knife. It's the Mini Launch 8. I believe that's the name of the knife. They're all over the place. I may pick one up. I don't know. Because this thing is just... I really, really like this knife, and it was between this and one other auto. I can't remember which one. It was another launch. It was one of the other launches, but if they had the launch that has that Warncliffe, I would have bought that immediately. I forgot what number that is, but I love Warncliffe blades. I'll probably wind up buying that eventually. But anyways, y'all, Kershaw Launch 8, CPM 145, made in the US. It is a Dinskin design. So yeah, I got your tactical stiletto. Real pokey, fun knife. I love carrying this knife. I really, really do. It is really, really cool. Let me show you guys, guys and gals, some of the other, as the hair just inhales my mouth, a few other autos next to this Kershaw. So I have the SOG SOG Tac. This is probably the very first edition of this knife. This thing's seen a lot of beating. It's just a Kershaw Launch 8 with the SOG SOG Tac. This knife is pretty cool. I'll do a review on this too. It's got a lot of meaning to it. It's not the best auto, but it's got that sentimental value to it, But I'll do a review on that as well. So here you go. Boom. Let me grab another auto. Have the Benchmade Auto Striker El Schwitz design. This thing I need to send to Benchmade to get it tuned up. It's seen a lot of time. It's not as snappy as it used to be, not even close. But Benchmade has, look at that. Now look at this. Okay. Benchmade has stepped up their game though in the auto world, but I haven't bought another Benchmade auto and I can't tell you how long. Great lockup on this. This is not a review about this, but just a comparison with this auto. This is the Auto Striker, Kershaw Launch 8, and the Hogue. I forgot the model. Hogue A01 MS Auto. So this is much smaller, of course. Check out the video on this knife, y'all, if you're looking to buy this little auto Hogue. It's a great little auto, nice and small. But there are your multiple knives. Let me grab 3. Let's see if I can get 3 in my hands. There you go, 3. That's not a good view, but anyways, there are 3 in my hand. Also, y'all, for comparison, the Launch 8, of course, and then I believe this is an older Launch 4 or 5. Slim profile on. This is almost the identical. Dip. That's all, folks. Identical. Couldn't even say it. Identical length. Obviously, way different blade profile. This one flies too. Look at this. Oh, safety's on. Whoo-wee! I mean, that thing flies, and this thing is razor sharp as well. Kershaw launch 8, launch 4 or 5, I can't remember. Another comparison. Kershaw, y'all, just absolutely, that's one thing that they do really, really well, you know, and I've handled a lot of Kershaw knives, is they do make autos really, really well, and you can't go wrong when it comes to this Kershaw launch 8. I have an older 4 or 5 that you saw. That thing flies out so quick, very slim profile, a handle. It's just a great knife, and Kershaw just does an excellent job at their autos from what I've seen. There are products of theirs that I absolutely just cannot stand, and I'm going to do a review on a couple of the Kershaw knives that I just have a serious problem with. But as far as autos goes, they do a really good job. So I just want to throw that in the mix. So y'all, this Kershaw Launch 8 is a huge tribute and design, of course, of this old school switchblade that I have in my right hand. It's probably your left whenever I get done editing this video. But really cool knife. You know, Wilson Knives and Daryl Ralph, I believe, they did a combat auto. I never got around to buy it. I wish I could. If somebody knows what the name of that knife, I would be grateful to know that model. And is there anywhere that I can buy that? Once again, that was a Wilson and I believe Daryl Ralph collaboration, but it looked almost very similar to this Launch 8. So if anyone knows, please let me know. If I can find it on the net, and I'll post a picture to it, but if the picture's not up on the screen when I'm doing this video, that means I couldn't find it. So, you know, maybe somebody comes across this video, let me know the name of that model knife, because I am looking to maybe buy that, but it looked so cool. This was many years ago, I think like 10 is when that dropped, but it looked very similar to this. But anyways, y'all, I'm getting off topic. Anyways, y'all, this is the Kershaw Launch 8 in my hands, as you can see, because where else would it be? Launches really nice. Beautiful handle, small design, small platform. You can only carry this though in states where it's okay. You got that fast auto button right there. It just comes out really nice. Locks up beautifully as well. There's no play in this knife whatsoever. Just none at all. Once again, y'all, this is a very pokey knife, slicey at times if you want it to be, depending on how you're cutting and such like that, but more of your poking style knife. And this is going to be for just, you know, collectors, daily use, carry as well, depending on what state that you're in. And also, it's just fun, flickerish fun. Just really fun. So if you were looking for a really cool auto to add to your collection, look no further. You have the Kershaw Launch 8. So y'all, my name is Ace with Carolina Cutlery and Gear, and if you're liking the content that you're seeing on this channel, definitely subscribe. Don't even consider it, just subscribe, and I'll keep rolling out content just like a snowball down a hill and all that good stuff. Kershaw Launch 8, my name is Ace, Carolina Cutlery and Gear. Hope everyone has a great day out there. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. All right.